Are you thinking about making the move in Danville, San Ramon, or Walnut Creek? In this video, I'm breaking down the 3 major construction projects that are coming soon to these areas of the Tri-Valley. They include City Walk and the Orchards in San Ramon, a 200-unit luxury rental apartment project in Danville, and of course, the 50,000 square foot restoration hardware gallery and restaurant coming to Walnut Creek. Once you watch this entire video, you'll be able to better understand where you'll want to buy, sell, or invest in real estate in the Tri-Valley next. If we haven't met yet, I'm Jen with the Jen Collins Group, and I help people buy and sell homes and figure out where they actually want to live here in the Tri-Valley and throughout the entire East Bay. Most of the people that I work with are either upsizing or downsizing or just trying to make a smart move without regretting it later, and that's exactly what this channel is here for. Just imagine, you buy a home in Danville, San Ramon, or Walnut Creek, and you wake up 5 years later in a totally different neighborhood. Not because your home has changed, but because the neighborhood around it has changed. Over this time, thousands of new homes have been built, there's a massive mixed-use core, and an urban lifestyle hub that didn't exist when you first bought here. That's exactly what's happening in San Ramon, Danville, and Walnut Creek right now. In the coming years, these cities are rolling out plans that will completely change how people live, shop, eat, and spend their time in these areas, without most buyers really understanding what's truly coming. So in this video, I'm breaking down the approved projects in San Ramon, Danville, and Walnut Creek. We'll talk about the number of homes that are being built, and we'll talk about some real timelines, not just the headlines. We'll dig into what this might mean for home prices, competition in the future, and the lifestyle that you might lead if you choose to live here. If you're even thinking about buying, selling, or relocating to the East Bay, you don't want to miss this before you write an offer on your next home or decide to list your home. Now, before we jump in, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel so that you'll never miss an update like this. Let's start with the city that is quietly turning a former commercial office park into a downtown walkable urban core. San Ramon has always been known as a great family community with wonderful schools and of course the Bishop Ranch Office Park. But the long-term plan is to evolve Bishop Ranch from an office park into a more vibrant live, work, and play city center. There are 2 big developments going on here. The first is City Walk at Bishop Ranch, and the second is the Orchards at the former Chevron Business Park. Most people are really already familiar with the restaurants and shopping at City Center. The City Walk master plan will redevelop about 135 acres in Bishop Ranch. It's going to add about 4,500 multifamily residential units, which will be comprised mostly of condos and apartment-style homes. It's also bringing a new 169-room hotel to the area and up to about 170,000 square feet of retail and new commercial space. It also includes a full network of new streets, bike paths, parks, and lakes that'll be interwoven into the development of what used to be offices and parking lots. Before this plan, the area was really slated for only about 1,600 new homes, but with the approval of this master plan, it's bringing about 2,900 new homes to the area, all within Bishop Ranch. You're going to see more mid-rise housing than single-family tract homes, plus over 10 acres of neighborhood parks, and more than 22 acres of lakes, which will make this area feel much more like a planned community than a corporate office center. About 15% of these homes will be reserved for affordable housing, which will broaden the population of people who can actually live here. While the City Council has already approved this master plan, the vision for the build-out will occur over the next 20 to 30 years. You will start to see some projects coming online in the 2020s and the 2030s, but this is not a project that is going to happen overnight. So what does this mean to you as a potential buyer or as a current homeowner? If you're buying in San Ramon now, you're really buying into the future of San Ramon and the redevelopment of Bishop Ranch. As these projects come online, more people will be able to live where they actually work and shop, leading to greater walkability and supporting long-term demand. As a potential seller now or in the future, it's obviously hard to predict where the real estate market might be 10 or 20 years from now, but knowing that you might be competing with brand new construction is something to keep in mind. The second big development in San Ramon is the redevelopment of Chevron Business Park and what will become the Orchards. Instead of one large corporate user, this 92-acre business park is being completely reimagined. This mixed-use residential neighborhood will eventually include 2,500 new homes, including single-story homes and multifamily projects, and a mixed-use area for commercial and retail. The neighborhood district is planned for 368 single-family homes with up to about 58 ADUs. This will also include a central park area and a network of trails that will connect the Orchards to broader Bishop Ranch and City Center. There have been multiple meetings about this project, and it has been approved to move forward. But again, this project is based on a 20-year timeline for the build-out. It's not going to be something that happens overnight. So between City Walk and the Orchards, Bishop Ranch could see up to 7,000 new homes in the area. And most of this would be clustered around the existing commercial and retail areas, not pushing out into the single-family home areas existing in San Ramon today. So if you want newer construction, trails, and walkability, these two areas should definitely be on your radar in the coming years. Imagine looking back 15 years from now and realizing that you got to buy in San Ramon before the boom. Now let's switch gears to a town that almost never makes big development headlines, but might be landing a very large local project. Danville. Danville is a smaller community compared to San Ramon, affluent and very protective of its small town charm. That's why you don't tend to see large apartment complexes, commercial and retail developments, and large housing developments built here. And that's why this project, the Danville Village Residences, is such a big deal. So what is happening at the Village Shopping Center, also known as the Livery? The proposal from Blake Griggs Properties is to transform much of the existing shopping center, which is just under 4 acres, with about 67,000 square feet of commercial space, and was built in the 1970s, into a modern rental community, while also keeping a portion of retail. Here's the high-level plan. It proposes a 3 to 4 story residential apartment complex, about 200 units of rental apartments, above 2 stories of parking. That's about 330 parking spaces for residents and roughly 95 surface spaces for retail shoppers. The southernmost building, which is about 29,000 square feet of retail, would stay but would also be upgraded and would continue to host neighborhood-serving businesses with some of the long-term tenants remaining there. So what exactly will this apartment development look like? Like I said, it'll be about 3 to 4 stories tall, and the plan calls for 24 studios, 102 single-bedroom units, 59 units with 2 bedrooms, and 13 units with 3 bedrooms. The size of the units will range from about 500 to 1,300 square feet, with an average unit just under 900 square feet. Under California's density zoning laws and Danville's updated downtown zoning, about 10% of the units, roughly 20 homes, are planned to be for affordable housing, and some reports cite even higher counts of very low income housing. Those that are market rate rents will be more comparable to higher end units like the Alexan and newer buildings in downtown Walnut Creek, and will likely range between $3,000 and $6,000 per month, or more for premium units. Who do we see this apartment complex being for? People who love the Danville lifestyle but can't afford to buy a home here quite yet, people who are in between homes right now, downsizers, recent empty nesters, or families who are between homes who want walkability and amenities, plus essential workers who want to stay living close to the community that they serve. Here's what the timeline looks like based on the current available information. The site has already been rezoned for higher density residential. While the applications were submitted in 2025, construction could begin as early as 2027 and could take up to about 30 months. According to its most recent housing element reports, Danville is required to provide 2,200 new homes to the area, and this one project will fulfill 200 of those new homes, and is done on an infill site rather than pushing out into open space. It introduces a modern, amenity-rich rental option in a market that's really dominated by single-family homes. This option can help further support local businesses and provide flexibility for residents at different stages of life. If you're comparing Danville to San Ramon or Walnut Creek, this project is a subtle but important signal. The town continues to choose targeted infill projects versus sprawling out into open space. Now, before we jump into our final development project, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more updates like this. Now let's talk about the last project in Walnut Creek, which isn't related to housing at all, but will have a big impact on the community. Walnut Creek's Broadway Plaza is already one of the highest performing shopping centers in the area, with anchor tenants like Nordstrom's, Apple, and many more. But we did see Neiman Marcus vacate its space about 5 years ago, and since then, the building has sat empty. And for a vibrant downtown like Walnut Creek, that large empty building hasn't been great. But now, that's changing. Earlier this year, the city of Walnut Creek confirmed that RH, formerly known as Restoration Hardware, will be taking over that site, which is about 50,000 square feet, and converting it to an RH gallery. According to announcements from the city, construction's supposed to start later this year, and it's targeted to be open in 2028. Now, the space will not just be a furniture showroom. RH is planning multiple Mediterranean-inspired buildings, all connected through gated courtyards. There will also be a 30-foot-high glass atrium garden restaurant, which will be surrounded by fireplaces and fountains, plus an entire outdoor wine experience that'll blend food, art, wine, and design. If you've spent time at their other flagship centers like in San Francisco or Yountville, you know that this is truly an experience. RH doesn't just choose maybe market. where they believe people will travel especially for the experience. For Walnut Creek, this means they get to enjoy a long-term anchor tenant, which becomes a magnet for people who want to shop, dine, and enjoy all that Walnut Creek has to offer, not just run errands there. Broadway Plaza gets to strengthen its position as one of the Bay Area's premier shopping destinations and lifestyle hub, while many shopping centers and malls are shrinking or closing entirely. For nearby homeowners, it's another amenity that supports higher rents and higher long-term values by keeping a vibrant downtown that's in demand. If you're choosing between San Ramon and Walnut Creek, this is the kind of signal that tells you where high-end retail and dining sees their future customer base. So to wrap all of this up, San Ramon is transforming its former corporate office park and parking areas into thousands of homes, community parks, and a mixed-use walkable core at the Orchards and City Walk. Danville is carefully adding 200 new apartment homes with strong amenities at the Village Shopping Center, and Walnut Creek continues to double down on its role as the East Bay's premier shopping destination by adding the 50,000 square foot RH Gallery at Broadway Plaza, which will include a restaurant and outdoor wine experience opening in 2028. In real estate, it's always good to understand what's coming before things get priced in. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like it and subscribe to our channel for more updates about what's happening in our community. And if you're planning to move here in the Tri-Valley or anywhere in the East Bay, I'd be honored to help you through the process of buying or selling your home. I'm Jen with the Jen Collins Group, and we're here to help people make smart, confident moves, whether it's next month or next year. So if you're thinking about making a move, be sure to check the links in the description below. And when you're ready, I'd love to help you map out your next step. You can call or text me at the number below. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.